Yo, welcome to another Speaker Giga podcast. I'm your host, Steve-O Steve.
And I'm the other half of the Derby Boys, Tommy T. I'm in the building, man. What's going on? You doing good?
I'm doing good, man.
Good.
I can't complain, man. Can't complain at all, man.
Good. That's what's up, man. Hey, this week we got a another very special episode. We got our guest today, DJ Prez, and also DJ Ace Boogie in the building with us today. We're talking about the art of DJing. So I'm real excited about this, man, because surprise to everybody, I just told my wife I wanted to become a DJ, have no clue how to do it. So got a lot of questions for you guys this week. But before we get into all of that, man, hey, what has been in your speakers this week, man?
So, man, for my speakers, man. So I started off my week with some Maxo Cream. Yo, I didn't listen to Maxo Cream at all. I didn't give him a fair shot until my homies over there Acronym Music, man, there was a bar in one of the of those records where they talked about Maxo Cream. And I was like, you know what? I keep hearing his name. He had just gotten into a fight like early in the week. I was like, why not? Why not? I mean, it's not every day you beat a nigga ass and you get a song suggestion at the same time. So I went forward. That Maxo Cream, that Brandon Banks tape, man, it's you know what? I like Maxo. I'm gonna listen to more Maxo.
Okay.
So after Maxo, man, I went back to that Future, man, that High Off Life, and it's a little better. It's a little better.
Bruh, no. No. I tried it. I was like, I think for me it's just I just don't like what he's talking about. I can't relate to it at all. You know, it's like small parts I can relate to, but more so I'm not relating to a lot of his music. So it's harder for me to listen to it now than it was when I was a little bit younger.
Yeah. I got that. I'm just ready to go back to the club. That's all.
That's it.
After that, man, yo, I checked out Polo G. If you don't know who Polo G is, he from Chicago, I believe. One of my homeboys, man, we call him Merc. He put us on to Polo G, and man, he's a Polo G fanatic. So Polo G dropped this new, I don't know if it's a mixtape or album. I'm gonna say it's an album, but he dropped this new album called The GOAT. And you know what? I like Polo G. I can't hate it. I like it. After that Polo G, man, I went back and I listened to BG, man, Heart of the Streets. Man, it felt like one of them days.
Yeah.
Riding around Chattanooga in the Crown Vic, head up to City View, playing damn BG Heart of the Streets. So I just put it on and rode around for a second. I was just going to get something to eat. And I got a good story about going to get something to eat, but we'll get to that later. After that, man, that Young M.A., I finally got a chance to throw that on, man, that Red Flu. Hey.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just going to say something. I like Young M.A. a lot, man. She's spitting on that thing. Only one critique I had, and that was the intro. The intro was just too long, and it was nothing but bars. She could have cut it off at like 1 minute, but other than that, man, it's all good. After that, man, I hit that Key Glock, son of a gun. Hey, man, I rock with Key Glock. I rock with Key Glock. Try to say that 5 times fast. That'll fuck you up. And then, man, after that, man, it was some Gunna, that Wanna mixtape, man. And man, really, that rounds me out for the week, man. What was in your speakers, man?
Well, I'm gonna let our guests go first, man. Any one of y'all, DJ Ace Boogie, DJ Prez, what y'all been listening to this week, man?
You go ahead, Ace. Go ahead, Prez. Man, to be honest, the number one thing that's been on repeat over the past 2 weeks has been that Slime and Beat, that Chris Brown and Thugger. That joint is banging, bro.
Man, you like it?
I love it, bro. I'm a Chris Brown fanatic, bro. I think Chris Brown is a phenomenal artist. And this, I mean, even for it to have a mixtape vibe to it, still dope. That Key Glock is slapping, bro. So I've been definitely was bumping the Key Glock since it dropped. Gunna's album, like I said, I picked a few songs off of it that was straight, but for the most part, the album is so to me. But other than that, Slime and B, I know a lot of people. I saw some negative reviews on the Drake mixtape from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I like it because I accept it for what it is. It's just a tape. It's a bunch of throwaways from the Scorpion album.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And when you think of it in that aspect, don't think of it as a new Drake album. If it's throwaways from Scorpion album, it's a pretty good collection of songs. So, so that's what I've been rocking with the past couple of weeks, man.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, for me, man, I checked out that Future, and specifically one of the records I like the most on that Future is the one with him and NBA YoungBoy.
Okay.
That should be riding.
That is my favorite joint. Yeah.
I didn't even give it a shot, man.
Yeah, that one stood out the most.
I was like, I'm tired of this.
And then I'll always kind of revert, man. I'll be all over the place sometimes, so I'll revert back to Rick Ross, which is one of my top 3 artists. So I always revert back to him with the Rich Off Cocaine or the Deep in the Rap, just different various records from different albums. And then a little bit of Dave Matthews Band and all that good jazz. So,
okay.
Bro, I'd be all over the fucking place.
Man, that's all right there, man. Got some variety. Okay, bet.
Oh yeah.
I like it, man. Well, I guess that's everything you listened to this week?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, that sums it up. And then of course satellite radio, Shade 45, all that good stuff. So
I got you. Man, so I guess I'll finish round this thing on out, man. I keep it close to the heart, man. That's it. Really this week for me, it's been Biggie, of course, just because his birthday was on the 21st. Snoop came out with a new song, man. I Want to Go Outside. I checked that out. I was like, Snoop trying, man. I like it, but, it is what it is. Young Dro had a song come out. That Polo G, I was rocking with that for a little minute, man. I was checking that out. And then I took it way back, man, to the 80s. I started messing with Michael Jackson Thriller album. I was rocking out with that one, man, for a little minute. And then, what else was it? Listened to Usher and LMA, Don't Waste My Time. It's a remix that he did.
Love it.
It's straight. It's super straight. Also, Acronym Music. I was listening to their album, Heritage, again. They challenged me to listen to more music that I wouldn't really listen to. So Polo G was the one that I chose to listen to this week, man. So, and Nav, Good Intentions. I finally listened to that. It was okay. He got a song with Quavo that I like, but that's about all that I can remember that I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I like that one. So, that's pretty much my week, man. Just looking at everything, that's pretty much the week. And what I was listening to. Bro, you heard any news this week?
Oh, man. You talking about news?
Yeah.
Let's run through it. It's been some news.
Yeah.
First off, man, let's start off with some good news. And it's good news, at least to me.
Yeah.
Man, Quavo, he's celebrating graduating high school.
Congratulations to him, man. Congratulations to all the graduates of this year.
Absolutely.
In May, man. Just because they having to graduate during a time that everybody else got a chance to enjoy this. So congratulations to all the 2020 May graduates, spring graduates, and 2020 graduates, period, man. Shout out to you guys.
Absolutely. After the Quavo, man, so we getting word. There's a room. I don't even know if it's a room at this point, but man, they talking about we're gonna get DMX versus Eminem on a versus battle. Now,
what happened to Jay-Z?
Hov was too that's beneath Hov. Come on now.
Hov is too cool for this shit. All right. But besides DMX and Eminem, we also got word that we will not be getting the Jagged Edge versus 112 battle. So 112 is bagged out. I don't know why.
But I thought there's 2 members. I thought Q and what's homeboy's name? Start with a D. I thought those 2 members said that they would not be participating, but I didn't know if Slim and the other guy would still do it.
See, I didn't know if it was all of them as a collective or if it was just them 2. So that's what I wasn't sure about because it said we won't be participating. So I don't know. It said that they didn't leave the group.
Of them too.
Yeah.
Because those two, they have some legal issues within 112 that they haven't resolved yet, and they don't want to be a part of this right now.
Oh, okay.
That's some garbage ass shit.
I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is,
man. But besides that, man, I got a little bit of funny news. So, hey, okay. So, your boy, back in the news again, man. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh, Lord.
So, I guess he poked the bear a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the whole thing with the Billboard charts, he was talking about how, you know, the Billboards was kind of messing with the charts as far as artists and cherry picking artists to be on the top and so on and so forth. So, I don't know if it's in retaliation or what, but so the Billboard removed all Tekashi 6ix9ine's chart history, which is pretty funny to me.
Oh, man.
So they removed this stuff, and I don't know where it's going to go from there. But, man, he needs to sit down somewhere.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie, man. He makes it seem like that I can just wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm finna drop 2 albums and go platinum, go gold, go diamond in 2 months, man. Cause I literally, when I listen to his music, I literally feel like he's just saying whatever comes to mind.
He probably is. These kids like it.
I eat cereal in the morning, then at night I eat cereal again. Come on, man.
Hey, these kids like it. It's hitting the charts. I can't refute it. I can't refute it. It's hitting the charts. Like some of it is all right, and I can kind of understand why.
I like the Google video though.
See?
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Hey,
that's some nice visuals there.
Right.
Somehow
he figures it out.
Yeah,
figures it out somehow. Hey man, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think Tekashi is a prime example of like just today's artists where you're not selling the music; they're selling his celebrity. You keep him in the news, keep him. As long as he has the kids' attention and their eyes around him, because, I mean, even aside from his record sales, the YouTube views are just ridiculous,
crazy.
Bro.
It's out there.
Ridiculous. And it's one of those things where it's even got to the point where even if you're not a fan of Tekashi, you still want to know what's going on with him, even if you hate him. So it's still profitable either way. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So last bit of news, man, that I wanted to round out. It's actually, I've been going back and forth between 2 things, but I decided on one. I went back and forth between the game and the WAC 100 and all the property and the WAC 100 thing. And then I went between this new news with Joe Biden on the Breakfast Club. Yo, and the whole statement that he made about if you're not voting for me, if you had to make up your mind between Trump and him, then you ain't black.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take that. What y'all think?
Bruh. Y'all go ahead, man.
This is Joe Biden?
Yeah, man. Joe Biden.
And he made it, and repeat that. He said he made the statement of what now?
He made a statement basically saying, and let me see. He basically made a statement that if you couldn't figure out who you were voting for between him and Trump, then you ain't black.
Oh shit.
Right. Right.
Yeah. He did apologize for the remarks, but I don't know. I don't know what he was like. Joe Biden is that one friend that you got to say, hey man, shut the fuck up. All right.
Yeah.
Like, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? You got to catch him because he'll probably spit right off the mouth.
I've said multiple times that Joe Biden is one of those people that, like, during the Obama administration, we thought he was so cool because he didn't have to talk much. Now that he's in front of the camera so often, it's like, damn, this nigga kind of stupid, bro. Like a little bit. And like with that remark, man, it can be taken so many ways. It's like, as a politician, he should have known that was way out of bounds because it comes off very arrogant. It comes off as, I know I have the black vote in my pocket. Like, I know y'all gonna vote for me. So it's almost like I don't even have to work for the black vote. Like, I got them. And like, it's just something he should have kept to himself. I know he probably meant it as a joke or he thought it would come off funny, but
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Joe Biden is savage, man.
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand what he was trying to gain through that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what's right, you know what's wrong, and that obviously was the wrong thing to say or whatnot. So it's like it's a little weird. You want to be like it's like you put us at a crossroads now because you know, like you did like okay, we got who we have as the president now, and you know half of the people don't like him, half of the people do, and then you got somebody that's like, oh, he just not gonna work for our vote. Basically, is what I see. Like he's not having to work for our vote. Like you said, he just has our vote or whatnot. But like it puts us in a bind, man.
Yeah, it's weird.
Real bind. Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, that's all the news I got for the week, man. You got anything?
Yeah, man, I got a few things, man. My wife was helping me out with this one. So
shout out to the wives.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she comes through for the kids sometimes, man. Most of the time she does. But this first one I want to talk about is Candy Burris won Masked Singer. I don't watch this show, but she won it. I know Lil Wayne was on it a few weeks ago, and shit, I thought he won that. But I guess it's a competition. I don't watch it, you know what I'm saying? But it's a big show.
Yeah.
But for her to go through and win that, man, that's pretty cool. Which I expect the singer to. A lot of people say she couldn't sing. Like she, you know, she got this distinct voice, but I mean, she's better as a writer to me. But I still listen to her music.
Yeah.
Another thing, this don't have anything to do with music, but I just had to bring this up. Bruh, have y'all seen the stuff about Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Is this brother finna fight again for real?
Look like it.
Like, bruh.
Look like it.
Dude,
I mean, he definitely could if he wanted.
Right. He still got it, man.
Like at 53 years old, I still don't want no problems.
Nah, I don't want none of that smoke, man. None of it. None of it, man. Like,
speaking of Mike Tyson, man, I've heard for some reason I don't know if he's like had, you know, not turned over a new leaf, but he's heading in a different direction in life. But he is doing a lot of media and public, you know, podcasts and interviews and things like that, which we know he's not been a big fan of in the past. Yeah. And Mike Tyson is a pretty intelligent brother. Like he's not what people have depicted him to be. So, but yeah, shout out to Mike Tyson. Yeah, he look good, healthy.
Bro, like good and healthy. This nigga look. He's a beast, man.
I will say the homeboy who be holding the pads is a brave dude.
Man, man, it's a very brave guy, man.
That's a brave dude, man.
I think what they have said is he's gonna have an exhibition fight soon. So yeah. I don't know if that's gonna have him actually fighting, but he's supposed to have an exhibition fight at some point. Mm-hmm. So we'll see where that goes, man.
Hey, Mike Tyson was actually in Murfreesboro, I think, a couple weeks ago, about to, I guess, opening up a cannabis.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, he does that. He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
That's what his podcast is. Hotboxing it or Hotbox. Something like that. Yeah, he's deep into it.
He owns a whole weed farm, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. You can kind of see his he's gradually. I guess I don't know, man. I guess financially restabilizing his found. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
It's pretty dope, man. What he's doing and just seeing him in the media. Getting to see another side of him because, like you said, he's like when you think of Mike Tyson, you think of just the brute who you know doesn't have a brain at all. But I mean, you sit down and listen to what he's talking about and sit down and pay attention to him, man. He's very intelligent, you know. For him to actually start a media thing like his podcast, he got a YouTube show he's doing and stuff like that, and just to integrate everything, man. He's still making money, so.
Yep.
Shout out to him, you know. The last bit of news I have, man, and like I'm a huge Biggie fan. I'm more of a Biggie guy than Pac guy now. Growing up, I was Pac over Biggie, but Biggie's birthday was May 21st, man. He would have been 48. on his birthday, man. So happy birthday to a legend. I can't say that, too much, but I love Biggie, man. So shout out to him. No, I'm just saying, it's like I can always tell Biggie happy birthday, He's like a big brother that I never met.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
shout out to Big, man. Big was nice.
Yeah, Big dope, man. But that's all the news I got, man. That's it.
Word.
For me. So, getting into this podcast, man, I'm excited about it. We're talking about DJing and the art of DJing. So, my first question for both of you guys, what got you guys started into the art of DJing, or got you into DJing? Whoever wants to go.
Man, I think it was just when we was doing parties and stuff, man. I think we just had got to a point where it was like, man, how do we save cost on a DJ? And so I guess we collectively kind of came up with an idea to just get some equipment and start DJing our own parties.
Yeah.
And
just started
from
there.
Pretty much just started from there.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. For me, it was like I don't know. Like growing up, I've always been a music fanatic, a hip hop head. Like, man, that's always been like a passion of mine. But like, I never really had a way to express it because like I can't sing. I ain't no rapper. Never really dreamed of being a rapper. I don't make beats, so I'm like, damn, what can I do to like express it? And DJing is one of the things that I found. I'm like, okay, this I can do. And it helps me kind of express that love and passion for music I have. So like Prez said, man, we started out like doing party promoting, stuff like that in college and all of that. And it kind of just integrated us into DJing, man. And I just fell in love with it from there.
Okay, that's dope. Now that we got that one out the way, I want to kind of give some small introduction for you guys. Both of you guys come from Chattanooga. Shout out to the hometown.
Yep.
Both of you guys attended MTSU, DJ'd in Tennessee, in the Tennessee area. Like, so did y'all DJ all over Tennessee or just in the Murfreesboro, Nashville area? And Chattanooga. I'm pretty sure y'all DJ'd at home.
Up through Middle Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Chattanooga for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty much, I think we've been to Memphis before. Just pretty much all over the place. Okay,
that's dope, man.
Yep.
Like I said, man, I always wanted to be a DJ, man. So this is like fun to me. I'm just sitting here like, man, I see the turntables in the back. I'm ready, man.
Man, it's a vibe.
It's fun, but it's work though.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. I already know that part. Also, man, Steve sent me a little thing. You guys did Black Rain or promoted parties as Black Rain Entertainment.
Yep.
And then released the Night Flights series mixtapes. So I want to get more into that a little bit later. So you guys got into it just trying to, for a passion of music and everything like that. How do you guys feel about the origins of the DJ?
The origin of the DJ is a beautiful thing because DJing started out as mainly being for parties. Because back in the day, it was kind of before mixtapes, before people started actually recording themselves, scratching and blending and mixing and stuff like that. So to rock a party, and rocking a party to me is my favorite part of DJing.
Yeah.
Some people like the recording, the scratching, mixing, like all that kind of stuff. But like rocking a party, there's no other feeling like that, like at all, bro. Knowing that you're in control of everything, bro. Like the party goes up or down based on you. Like so, it's dope, man. So when the party's really rocking and and it's because of you, it's a great feeling, man. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's no feeling in the world like that, bro. It's just like it's a pretty much an all-time high. Like you just fucking hit a line of coke and just like and not even really playing the records that like the really big records, but just people vibing out to the shit that you vibe to. You know what I'm saying? That that you wouldn't like normally listen to, but you're blending it through records out loud for people.
That's dope, man.
That's a good point, man, because like you just said, Prez, like that is an even better feeling is when people are when the party is still vibing and it's with the records that are not the chart topping records out right now. Like it pretty much speaks to your taste in music and that you can still keep it going without having to play, because you got some DJs that just walk in the party and they just gonna play pretty much top 40 everything that's on the radio, and it's like, bro, I listened to this stuff. I heard this song 100 times already this week, but yeah, it's a good feeling. Like when I go to a club, I enjoy hearing a song that I may not be privy to. Like that's why, like if you go party out of town, you go to a different region, you go up north or something, you're gonna hear some stuff that you ain't heard before, and it might be rocking, and you'll be like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's like that kind of stuff I love, man.
That's dope, man. Steve, I don't want to take everything from you, man, but
you weren't trying to learn over there. I was here for all of that. I was there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So with me being there, for all of it, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, you know what I'm saying? So, kind of going off of what you was just saying as far as, rocking the party and you being the reason. One thing about DJs that I have come to know that it's about the set and about the control. So we know that if anyone's been to a party, that at a certain time the music will switch up depending on the beats, depending on the tempo, depending on if it's time to change. Whether it's R&B music to hip hop music to the crunk music to the more heavy hitting whatever. So my question is, man, what was your favorite set that you always loved to perform when DJing a party?
Oh shit, man. Favorite set was, man, this trap. Just that. Hell yeah, bro. Hey, man, I was cutting the grass the other day, man, and it was this one record I thought about. Gucci Mane, I take my shirt off and all of that.
That used to be that joint, bro.
Man, so yeah, I guess for me, man, I'd say a trap set.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, bro, I'm gonna go in a different direction, man. It's the me when I do my '90s R&B and the booty music, like the Uncle Luke. Like, bro, when I do that set, bro, and the ladies on the dance floor getting it, like I love that set, man, because we all know '90s R&B just touches a special spot in Black folks' heart. Like,
right. Of course,
that's probably like golden era.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, for the whole party to be singing together in unison, and when you can cut the music out and just let the crowd sing, like it's a good vibe, man. I like that part.
Yeah,
man, that's dope, man. I'm glad you brought up the '90s and everything, because from my experience with music, I always looked at the DJ. You know what I'm saying? Me and Steve was talking about it some point in time last week when we was talking about this episode, was how the DJ back in the '80s and early '90s, the DJ was a part of the group. But then you fast forward to now, the DJ is only a part of the party. You know what I'm saying? That transition from being a part of the group to only being the party, what are your thoughts about that? Thoughts on like how that has transpired, I guess you can say, how that was able to happen? Because I feel like the DJ is always important, because y'all control the party, but then also when it comes to somebody singing or somebody rapping or something like that, they can switch it up real quick, and then it gives it a different aspect to what's going on. So if you can kind of elaborate on what's your thoughts on that?
Prez, you might want to go first. I can get long-winded on this topic.
Hey, man, do what you got to do, man.
You go ahead, bro.
Man, it's so many aspects of that kind of I'm not gonna say it bothers me, but it's changing with the times. Just life.
Yeah.
Things evolve and things change, and it's harder for DJs to eat out here like they used to. I can say that, man, because with technology advancing, you got things like if somebody wanted a mixtape, if you were an artist, or if you wanted just some kind of mix of songs, you would have to go to somebody who had that skill as a DJ to record it for you, to polish it up, make it sound good, all that kind of thing. Now you can literally do that like right on your computer with no skill. You know, you can watch a YouTube video and it'll show you how to do it on your own. Literally, like this this machine I got back here, it's a Pioneer DDJ, and with the DDJs, they literally have a sync button on it where you don't have to have the skill of mixing. You hit sync, it will sync the beats for you. Two songs, right? And it's stuff like that irritate people that really treasure the art of DJing, because anybody can go pay $900 and save up their money, buy this set, and go start DJing parties. You know, and then you have the situation where you, depending on what city you live in, when you don't live in a big city, say in Atlanta, New York, LA, you have people that are a little bit narrow-minded in other cities, which all of us are from Chattanooga, so Chattanooga people can be narrow-minded, right? Yeah. So you take that into effect where even if somebody can mix and blend, and if they're using the quote-unquote cheat code to mix and blend, maybe the song selection is not all that, but when you have a narrow-minded community of people that are attending these parties and stuff, they don't really care. Like they're not in the party paying attention to how well is he mixing the song, what song selection is he choosing. They're just going there to get drunk and just have a good time. They don't really care about the music at all. You know, so that kind of stuff is slowly over the years has depleted the value of the DJ, you know. Because personally, in the mixtape days, like in the height of mixtapes with DJ Drama and the Gangsta Grills, I love that aspect. I love DJ drops and all that, and it's like all of that is gone. Like, and I miss them days. Absolutely, man. But and then you take also into effect that everybody has Apple Music, Tidal, all of these things where it pretty much introduces new music to you without you having to put forth any effort. Back in the day, to hear a new song, an artist would run to the DJ like, "Hey, I need you to play this," and put people on to it. You know, nowadays I can just pull up my phone and see what's new on Apple Music. Bam, I got all the new stuff. I don't need to go holler at the DJ or somebody to introduce it to. Like, I got it in the palm of my hand now. So all of that stuff, man, it's just major changes over the years, dude.
That's crazy. That's crazy right there, man. And it's, go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, it's crazy for me just because of the appreciation that I have for the DJ. It's like in college, you know, I went to UT, so one of my good friends up there, he used to DJ, DJ Low. Shout out to him. I know. But you know him? Yeah. So like, man, just really just seeing him, working with him, and seeing the things that he do, it made me appreciate the art a lot more. You know, of what's going on, and then listening like I always say, man, Will Smith got them bars, but DJ Jazzy Jeff really was rocking with him, man. That, and just watching Jazzy Jeff, man, on the things and the way he was doing it, you know, just really got me into like wanting to like actually DJ, you know, having an aspiration to like just do it for fun, you know, as a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like, I ain't finna go out here and try to, like you said, go buy this $900 machine and be like, I'm DJing every party that I'm just out here because I like music, man. But man, it's crazy how that has changed over. I don't really have a question about that.
Be able to see it change.
It's
the other thing. But like, and you know, and that's just with getting older. Stuff gonna change. We've been here from when cell phones didn't exist till it has existed.
That's crazy.
So that's a whole nother thing.
We were alive before the internet.
That's a whole nother thing.
And then there's different. There's a lot of different aspects with DJing because like you take into account people that enter DJ competitions. Okay, if you're a competitive DJ, it's all about the scratching. How well can you scratch? How well can you blend and loop? beats and things like that. Like that's a true skill that I would say I'm not an expert in that field, because man, them boys can do some amazing things. and girls, you know. But you taken to that aspect, and you can't bring that to a party atmosphere.
Yeah.
You can't be in the party scratching. Don't nobody want to hear that. They just want to hear
Right.
They don't want to hear you bring it back 100 times. Like, they don't want to hear that. So
Absolutely not.
It's a bunch, a lot of different things like that.
We got a story about that.
Go ahead, man. What's the story, man?
Hey,
I need to hear this. What's up?
Hey, you were there, I think. It was one day, man, at MTSU. We were sitting outside the KUC. I think it was a day party. And one of the DJs, I'm not gonna say his name, but one of the DJs was up there DJing, and he started scratching. And I think we all looked at each other and was like, man, get him off of there. Like, we don't want to hit. This is not the time or place. But yeah, to that point, you don't want to hear that mess sometimes. And, you know, it's a time and place for all of that. But in the spirit of storytelling, yo, there is a story about DJ Prez. DJ.
Oh, shit. Which one?
Well, we talking about the one. It was a trip that I didn't get a chance to make. Well, y'all, I think y'all went to was it the Puerto Rico trip y'all went?
Yeah. Yeah. Tell the story, man. Hey, yo, this is dope. This is a really dope story, man.
So, if you don't mind elaborating on the story, I know the story, but everyone else don't know the story.
Right, tell the story.
But it's a very fun story of how DJ Prez got to DJ internationally. So if you would like to elaborate on that for our fans out here, our listeners.
Man, you know what? I'll try to elaborate as much as possible, but Jay could probably tell the story better than I can, because I was fucking drunk as shit. But I don't know, man. They say I have the gift of gab, but you know, I wanted to DJ, man. So I don't know, man. I think Jay could kind of elaborate a little bit more. I don't know.
Man, look, dog, the gift of gab is an understatement for you, bro. Like, Prez, for those that don't know Prez personally, man, this dude can talk to anybody of any race, any gender, any age. It does not matter the demographic. He can talk to them and build a rapport with them like no other, bro. I've never seen anybody like this in my life. The man is a master at it.
Yeah.
So we're in Puerto Rico. We go, I can't remember the name of the resort that we were at, and there's a pool party. And like, this is a packed pool party. There's a lot of people out. So whatever DJ is there, he's DJing up there, and Prez just disappeared. We don't know where he is. So everybody's like, hey, you seen Prez? I'm like, nah, I ain't seen him. You seen him? Nah, I ain't seen him. We look up at the DJ booth. Prez is spinning. He's up there spinning. And I'm like, bro, we are in Puerto Rico. How in the world did... No. We were... No.
Punta Cana?
Puerto Rico. Punta Cana. I keep saying Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Punta Cana. Yes.
Yeah.
Punta Cana. So yeah, he's up there spinning at this pool party, and we have no idea how he got up there. And I don't know what words transpired. What did you say to the guy? How did you...
Man, we just caught a vibe, man. I didn't have to buy him drinks or anything. You know, yeah, bro. And it was like, I was like, man, I think, hey, man, can I just play a few records? And and then finally, I think I asked him about 30 times, and then finally he just let me get on for a couple songs. But it was so fucking fun, man. So fun, bro.
The fact that he was so, and you being a total stranger to him, the fact that he was so entrusting with his tables to you, it's just it's amazing. Like it's amazing. Like when I was told this story, because I couldn't make the trip, I forgot why. But when I was told this story, and I actually saw, we have video. There's actual video of him.
Man, I gotta see the video, dog.
And I saw it, and I was just like, I hated that I missed it. You know what I'm saying? I hated that I missed that experience. But with that being said, like, what is one of the wildest parties that y'all can recount of that y'all have had the pleasure of DJing? Or had the not pleasure of DJing? Either one.
I don't even know, man. Prez actually had a huge opportunity, man. You actually opened up a Big Sean in Nashville.
Oh, that's dope.
That shit was dope. And this is like right on Big Sean's rise after this I'm about to say Final Fantasy. Finally Famous. 3, I think it was Finally Famous 3 mixtape.
Yeah.
That party was dope. You remember that shit, bro?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah. That shit was lit. Man, the wildest party I've ever DJ'd, or the dopest party. I don't know, bro. It had to be something during them club drink days, man.
Yeah, man.
My goodness.
Was it the club drink?
Did you DJ? Okay. Did you DJ the night where the riot broke out? When
the one that got the club drink shut down?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was us. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ace Boogie was. Yeah, it sure was. Okay.
Oh man.
That was us. We are not to blame.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yo, I remember literally being down there trying to be peacekeeper to keep. This is the thing. All right, Tommy T. This is the thing, right? When I tell you that our crew was like the crew at MTSU, not a humble brag.
Right.
Like
go for
it. Security rocked with us tough.
Yeah.
Like we can go have drinks with these guys and just kick it with them at any time.
Yeah.
But when I tell you that the backstory behind these security is they were ex-MMA fighters, all right?
Yeah.
All
of them. So when I tell you, trying to tell them not to choke out a person, once they grab you, was it. They didn't hear shit from me. That was it. I saw some of the biggest folks down on their knees, all right? When I tell you, it was ridiculous. But once again, that was not our fault. That was somebody else's.
Yeah,
and they paid for it.
I forgot about that.
That was the last party at Club Drink, man. It was RIP Club Drink after that, bro.
Man, that's crazy there, man.
Yeah. And the drinks we're referring to it was one that was built in Murfreesboro. Not the one in Chattanooga, but the one that was built in Murfreesboro. So
I DJ'd at the one in Chattanooga too during this like towards the end. And then it started to die out, and they changed the name. They switched it to Club Envy, and I DJ'd at Envy. I was house DJ there, and Envy was rocking for a while, and then they shut that one down completely.
Yeah.
But Chattanooga, man, the life cycle of clubs in Chattanooga is whew.
Right. That's
bad.
crazy.
Short lifespan.
I hate it because back in the day, the club the cycle didn't used to be so short. Like Whole Note stayed open for so long. The legendary Whole Note. And there was a couple others that stayed open for a good minute, but yeah, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was very short.
when I first came back from Chat, bro, when I first came back from Murfreesboro and moved back to Chat, I had an excellent rotation. I was going from Club Envy, Southern Comfort, Midtown, and Fire and Ice. And this was all like within a week. Like I had them in rotation. Like Friday, Saturday, I think a Wednesday at Midtown, and Thursday might have been Fire and Ice if I can recall it correctly. But long story short, that's how it was, 8 years ago or so. And now there's literally like no clubs. None. Yeah. We have bars. There's quite a few bars that might be jumping, but as far as an actual club setting for the African American community,
you got the old head club though. You got the old head club. You got the little hole in the wall hood club.
Man, the old head. We ain't even gonna talk about those, bro.
And you brought up a great point. Speaking on it, a lot of stuff that people don't understand about DJs is the business part. Some people think it's just call, pay a fee, you DJ. With that being said, man, can you elaborate more on the business? Because you just brought up the fact that you had 4 clubs in rotation in a week, and if you really, and depending on what your fee is, man, that's a great amount of money. So can y'all too? And like I said, I've been there for a lot of it, so I've seen y'all do so much. Could y'all elaborate on the business of, especially with not having a manager?
Prez the businessman. That's the contract guy right there. That's where I got my contract template from. So,
man, shit. I don't know, man. I think a standard fee for us, Ace Boog, was right around $300, $350, depending on what it was, and it could go up from there. It's normally what we would charge for like a 4-hour block.
Regular club night, yeah.
Right. And then for other gigs outside of the club, like weddings and that sort of thing, of course, for those, sometimes you would need to have your own speakers and lights and stuff like that. So you could, get inside the range of, around $850 to $1,000 for something like that. And then your corporate events. And so it just depends on what it really was. But I guess just kind of a base price is, right around $300. So man, Ace Bug having those fucking 4 gigs within a week, that's good fucking money, bro.
Right.
Love, man. It was love down here, dude. And so, imagine how heartbroken I was as club after club started to close. I'm like, bro. Yeah. And one of the transitions, and also it depends on who you're dealing with. Like as far as the promoter, who's hiring you, because depending on the city you're in, like when we were in Nashville, like Prez said, 300 that's normal. Like if you're DJing, if you tell somebody your fee is 300, it's no questions asked. Boom, bam. All right, let's do it. When I moved back to Chattanooga, I won't say names, obviously, but there were promoters and stuff. You say 300, they like 300, and they like, I can.
They hit you with the Soldier Boy look.
Yeah,
300.
Yeah, 300. And they'd be like, let's see, can we do 200 and I pay you the rest after, So like anybody who's an up and coming DJ thinking about being a DJ in the future and stuff like that, just be cautious of your business deals. You try not to mix friendship with business where you're like, okay, we boys, so yeah, I'll just take 150 up front and then you can pay me the rest, afterwards.
On the back end.
It can all get kind of messy, man. I've seen some situations and heard of situations where DJs have agreed to be paid afterwards, and after the party, the promoter hit them with, I ain't got that money. And, and it's a problem,
Yeah.
So if you can be paid on the front end, get paid on the front end. Because a good promoter, a promoter with real morals, somebody who's really about business, is even if they pay you afterwards, they're going to make sure you get paid before they get paid.
Yeah.
So, because before we DJ, we did the promotion thing. We did that first. And anything we made off the door, when the night was over and we count that money up, security and the DJs get paid first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make sure they got their money. Even if only 10 people came to that party, they still need their money for their fee because they provided the service they told you they would provide.
Mm-hmm. So
they still should get their just due. And then you just have to make do with what's left over. But, people are shady and people don't follow those same rules, man.
Right.
So, yeah.
No, I hear that. Oh man, it's a lot going into this DJing thing, man.
It is.
So you guys, both of you guys were like a part of a collective with what is it, Rain ENT?
Black Rain.
Yeah, Black
Rain ENT. So it was. Can you guys elaborate a little bit more on that for me? Just because this is the first time I heard about it, man. So I'm like truly amazed by what you guys doing. I just want to say I really appreciate that, by the way.
I'm going to be honest, man. Black Rain Entertainment was just a label, just a name to slap on it to make us sound official.
Yeah.
Because at first, we were DJing, individually and just doing stuff here and there, but we were like, man, we got to put a name on it so that when people see this name on the flyer or they see it posted on, back in those days, it was Facebook or Twitter or whatever it is. When they see that name, they can already associate that name with, oh yeah, that's Prez and them, that's Ace Boog and them. So that was pretty much the whole thing. We didn't LLC it or nothing. We didn't take it that far,
I think Ace Boog, did you actually come up with the Black Rain? I think it came from a Jay-Z lyric in his do you remember that?
Got that from? From I know that Black Rain to take a
Right.
You're right.
Yep.
That's right.
Man.
But man, that was dope, man. That was a good time, man. And I don't know how long the Black Rain thing lasted.
Yeah.
If I had to slap a time on it, probably like a 4 year span, 3 or 4 years, something like that.
Yeah.
But there's one incident that I could remember that was where this guy named Harrison from our school. Man, it's just like it's gone, Black Rain. Man, that's just the story behind it, man. It's
an inside joke.
Yeah, inside joke. Yeah. But yeah, man, that was a good time, man.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Did you guys ever like drop or release mixtapes or hosted mixtapes or anything like that?
Not under the Black Rain title, no. We did that more so because Black Rain once Black Rain dissolved, it kind of got phased into G2 Entertainment, and now there's plenty of G2 mixtapes. Prez had a lot of involvement with those, so that was kind of like the Black Rain phase 2. Phased into that. Yeah.
How did you guys feel about hosting these mixtapes, DJ mixtapes?
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Hosting mixtapes is dope. You can pretty much, I mean, when you're a DJ, you don't have to talk on the mixtape if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing it. Prez, I know he got a few where he's talked on it, but I'm not a huge talker. Like, I ain't finna be DJ drama all over the track. Like, I'm not that type of dude. But I'll say my little piece maybe at the beginning, and then just let my mixing and stuff do the talking for the rest.
Do the talking for you. I got you. I hear you, man. What about you, DJ Prez? How you feel?
Oh man, mixtapes. I used to love to do mixtapes, man, especially when I got all the equipment to do it. Mm-hmm. But now, if I go back and listen to them shits, I know they're terrible.
I think I got one around.
I think I do. When I first started out, and of course as I gradually, progressed with my skill set, man, they got better, man. But yeah, when I first started out, the shits were fucking terrible, bro. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed doing them, man. I don't know, man. I keep saying I was going to grab my turntables and dust them off and all of that, but I mean, until you actually do it, shit's just still sitting there.
Right. No, I totally get what you're saying.
We already had talks about that, so
yeah, man.
Here you go. Get to it.
Yeah, I think a little bit, and this is just kind of going back to what we talked about earlier with everything just being, I guess, readily available and microwavable. It just shit's not the same no more when it comes to the art of DJing, you know. But I guess that I can't use that as an excuse not to fucking go back and just at least play around with it a little bit,
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. So, man, yeah, you need to get back to it. Both of us.
Yeah. Hey, Boog got his tables right there, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's doing something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I still fuck around a little bit. Parties here and there, but not. I don't have them in rotation like I used to. I don't.
Right.
And it's really is. I mean, it's my choice. I don't. I'm a little bit snobby, man, when it comes to like the party scene, because coming from what we've done in the past, it's like. The type of events and things that go on here in this city, it's like, do I really want to do that?
Right.
I don't really want to do that. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be affiliated with these groups of people, things like that. So, I kind of distance myself from some of those people now.
That go back to the business aspect, though.
Yeah.
It's your name, man. All you got in this world is your name.
Oh, boy. And you talk about some bad business in this city, bro.
Oh, man. I already know.
Oh, man.
Some bad business.
So, since we're coming on, I don't know if we're coming on the backside of this whole COVID-19 thing. And
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope so, for sure.
Hopefully.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think the role of the DJ will be, moving forward? Because as we've seen, it's been amazing with technology and being able to DJ a party over social media. What was it? Just last week?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, last week. We were all we were in the Lil Jon on Facebook party.
The Daily and Ludacris.
That was live.
And literally was enjoying ourselves virtually.
Yeah.
And some of the things I thought about a couple days after, I thought, man, I think this may bring back the importance of the DJ. Because if you can rock it virtually, like, oh my goodness, what you think they can do when they get in front of that crowd again? So, man, what do y'all think is going to be the role of the DJ, post COVID-19, when we can all get back to the club?
Yeah, I think the biggest, I think you hit the nail on the head, man. The clubs and going out is going to be the key thing, because people are going to be so eager to go out when all restrictions of social distancing have been lifted and things like that. People are going to be dying to get out. And people gonna be out every weekend trying to get it now.
Right.
And it used to be when folks hit your phone and be like, "Hey, you going out tonight?" You kind of be like, "Ugh."
Right.
But now I'm like, somebody please call me and say you
right.
So I think the DJs are gonna have their hands full, man. It's gonna be really nice out here when everything gets lifted and life gets back to, I guess, as close to normal as we used to know it. So yeah.
What you think, Prez?
Man, I think the DJs are damn near going to be gods when this shit's over with. Because I mean, the motherfuckers going to want to get back to clubbing, man, and they're already, sitting high, and so a lot of people is going to be leaning towards or depending on the DJs to bring them back to life, man.
Man, I think we should buy a club. I think it's gonna go. We got plenty of time to make it look like it's gonna go down when this is all over. So, man.
That's that. I'm glad you brought up the fact about the going forward. What are y'all thoughts on? Cause I think it's so dope that we can go what they call it, Club COVID or something like that. Just going on social media and doing that. What are y'all thoughts about? I look at DJ D Nice. He, like, me and my wife talk about this all the time. Like, his status has risen so much because of what he was doing. Like, just having a DJ, like, he was DJing like all day one time, and then you got Questlove doing his thing. It was a coalition of DJs that was doing their thing on Stevie Wonder's birthday, like 24 hours of that. What are y'all thoughts on that in itself?
I think that's super dope, bro. D Nice was already pretty popping, but bro, after that event with the club quarantine, bro, he Michelle Obama reached out to him, bro,
right,
do an event.
Yeah,
she had an event that was coming up, and she wanted him to be involved in it. So just all that outpour of love and all the support from people tuning in to that club quarantine turned into the former first lady reaching out to you, bro.
Right.
That is insane, bro. Like, so I think it's super dope. This was a perfect opportunity to capitalize on, and I feel like they struck when the iron was hot. It was perfect, bro. Everybody's at home. Everybody's bored. Everybody's, people are yearning for some type of social interaction that they can't have right now. So hop on live, IG live, start spinning, turn it into a party, just give it that vibe. It was a perfect idea, bro. He killed it with that. Yeah.
What about you, DJ Prez? What's your thoughts on it?
Man, I'd say the guy's plugged in now. And he's just doing really good. I guess during this time it's just doing good for a lot of our spirits, man. Because music is it's universal, and it's what brings people together.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I like I said, man, me and my wife were talking about it, and just to see how much like we look towards it. I started following him because of like the club quarantine and all that stuff. So just really just knowing that, hey, everybody's inside, and he capitalized the way he did, and then seeing a lot of other DJs doing the same thing. I know some folks that went to school with me, they're doing it, on their scale or whatnot. And so I commend people for doing that. Honestly, man, it's like a service that we're getting from them, that we needed. So, this is so dope, man. I swear I'm finna go out and buy me some turntables. Like,
bro.
Like next week, you
Hey,
probably gonna see something
time
right
and space. You ain't got nothing but time and space. I tell you.
Hey,
That's it, man.
It's a dope hobby, man. Like I said, even if you wanted to pursue it on whatever level, it's still dope just to have it. Because they have a term for people that just do it as a hobby, as a bedroom DJ. They just call them bedroom DJs.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They just do it at the crib. And like that is fun in itself, because when you love music, because like I said, I've tuned into the podcast, and y'all brothers, the way y'all talk about music, I can tell like y'all on the same level like us. Right? Y'all are really deep into it. You appreciate the art of music, and it just gives you another way to express it. And it's dope just figuring out like what songs will mix with something. Like it's dope just creating new sounds like that, man. It's fun, man.
Yeah.
I will tell you this, man. Ace Boogie is the first person that taught me how the fucking records actually synchronize with BPMs, which are beats per minute. And that's my first time even fucking knowing what beats per minute. Even though I had a love and an ear for music, you know, when you get to the technicality, the technical, word, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but when you get down to that type of stuff, man. Yeah.
Nah, I hear you.
But that just came from messing around with it, man. After we bought the tables, and then I just sat there looking at them like, okay, let's just mess around with it. Let's just find some stuff. So week after week, I'm like, I hit Prez up on the phone, bro. I learned something new.
It's always easier to learn when you got your own. Like I was always, someone was trying to show me on theirs, and I couldn't fully learn it because I was too scared I was gonna break their shit. So I never figured it out. I just said,
I mean, and we have to tip our hats off, man, because as far as like getting started in college, there was a DJ at MTSU, was DJ Young Breezy, and like Breezy is kind of like who we came up under as far as like our first introduction to like a real DJ. Like he's not just a push button DJ, like just play this song. Like that boy really know how to do. He really know how to mix. Really know how to blend. He knows the art of DJing. So a lot of it came from watching him as well. Like we didn't get like a full tutorial class from him, but just watching him, and like he was kind of like my muse to this DJ thing, because I'm just like, dog, he's the type of DJ I would love to be, because he's not all trap music. He's not all, he can spread it out, and he has the same love for music like we do. So shout out to Breezy, man.
And still DJing to this day.
Breezy
doing an awesome job with photography as well. So man, shout out to Breeze. I'm gonna have to get him on the show. Get him on the show. I gotta find him first. But nah, absolutely. Like I was there for a lot of that. So man, just seeing all that formulate to what it is now, man, it's amazing. So yeah, man.
Yeah. So you guys, I want to once again thank you guys for coming on the show and just talking with us about the art of DJing and your perspective on the DJ industry and the art behind it and whatnot. I just really appreciate you guys. Also, if you guys have not already, please go subscribe to the channel at Speaker Geekers Podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts at. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Speaker Geekers Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Tommy T the Third, DA Third. And then you can also follow Steve-O Steve at the Great Steve-O Steve on Instagram, and Steven Smith on Facebook. Hey, DJ Prez, DJ Ace Boogie, what's your tags and stuff like that for the followers to follow you at?
My tags the same on everything: Instagram, Twitter, both DJ Ace Boogie.
Simple.
I ain't have to throw no numbers at the end of that. I'm the original, the real. Yeah.
Right.
Man, you know what? I got rid of that shit. I don't have anything, guys. I need to get with the fucking times, I guess.
Think about time making a turn.
I know, bro. I know, man.
It's time. It's time.
Yeah, man. So I guess when I get it back up, man, I guess next show I'll have some I'll have some Instagram and all that other good stuff.
Got you.
You see who we take after, right? I ain't had none of it.
Right. I see that. And you see, I was on you about that, man, bro.
I gotta get an Instagram again. Yeah.
You gotta definitely get that. But no, I want to thank you guys for listening to another episode of Speaker Giggers Podcast. This episode was produced by 3 Amp Media, and that's everything I have. Steve, you got anything?
Hey, don't be a bedroom DJ.
What? Can you say that a little bit louder? What?
Hey, man, just push the button. Let's get him out of here.
All right, guys, I'm out, man. Peace.
All right.
All right.